Michelle Snyder. Okay, Michelle, that's the question here. Is Elon Musk using the public forum of Twitter to get a better deal?
Well, it certainly seems that way, but it also looks like there may be a little bit of sort of a caveat emptor remorse with Elon Musk after he was so boldly looking at buying it at much higher levels at $54.20 a share. Now it's trading at 37. So he's probably trying to play the system using this whole bot thing. Twitter's reporting, about 5% of their system is actually bots. And so what he's going to try to prove now legally is that it's way more than that, and they've misrepresented.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. The stock itself is obviously floundering like so many other stocks, but it hasn't quite fallen apart yet.
Well, and Carol, he said, and I think Dan Ives has even pointed this, those bots could be 20%, not 5% of Twitter.
All right, Cheryl, I'm going to read you from Elon Musk's Twitter account, April 21st. If our Twitter bid succeeds, we will defeat the spam bots or die trying. And then he goes on to say, and authenticate all real humans. I mean, since day one, this has all been a crusade against the bots. He knows the bots are problems. He waived the due diligence provision because he really didn't seem to care in the beginning. What has changed is not the perception of the bots, in my opinion. It's the markets. He went right at kind of the top right before this the most recent collapse. So not only has Tesla's stock collapsed, but the broader market and other tech stocks have collapsed. And he made a timing error here, and I think he has big regrets over this, and knows that that's a mistake, and that based on the world as it stands today and the fact that we don't have this Fed easy money policy, that he is overpaying for this property and trying everything he can to try to either renegotiate or renege entirely.
Well, and you know what, Carol, I'm going to take this to Michelle because you're bringing up an interesting point here about due diligence. I mean, that was always the question, is why he did waive the due diligence part of this, especially for $44 billion. The other interesting thing that she just brought up was the issue of Tesla, because now there's concerns that his eye is not on Tesla, his eye is on Twitter, and that Tesla is going to suffer in all of this.
Well, that's certainly possible. Tesla has other issues. They're no longer the leader in EV deliveries. That came out this week. Musk himself has said that there's some labor issues in terms of they're going to have to turn some people away and lay some people off. Obviously, cost of materials and supply chain has been an impact. And now his latest little paternity fling is there just in terms of bad press. Now, I don't think that necessarily does anything for the price, but it is interesting because the man himself is headline after headline, right? But, I think what Carol said is absolutely 100% correct. And from what I read, the only real legal recourse he will have is if Twitter did misrepresent what the bot situation is like, and otherwise it does look like sour grapes and trying to jockey for a lower price.
I'm not even going to go into his love life, but all I'm going to say is it is interesting. He is something else. Elon Musk, ladies man. Carol Roth, Michelle Snyder. Thank you, ladies. Appreciate it. Whew.